So Loyola are just back from Singapore, and joining us today is Anto Gonzalez, one of the midfielders for the Loyola Morocco Sparks. Congratulations, Anto, or Coach Anto, to many out there. You guys managed to finish fourth in the Singapore Cup, so obviously it's a great achievement. You're the last foreign side in the competition, so that's a really good result. How do you think the whole campaign went? How do you think the whole experience was?
It's a very great experience in terms of the exposure playing against top level clubs in Southeast Asia. We played Tampines, which is the #1 team in Singapore now. So it was a very good learning experience. Also, we had some time to really get to know each other, the team players. And then we look forward to going back next season. We got an invitation again, so hopefully we could gather some funds and go back and be more competitive next season.
Yeah, that'd be good. You guys started off with a 2-1 victory over Geylang before beating, I think it was the Burmese #3 side. They finished Kambauza. And then over the two legs, losing 2-0 and 3-0 against Tampines, who are a very good side, and they'll be in the AFC Champions League next season. So and then finally, your last result against Gombak was 4-0. All goals were scored in the first half. That result probably stands out. Why do you think that result happened in the way it did? Because Gombak are more a mid-table kind of side for the S League. So you did so well against the Tampines, and you fought really hard with them. It was really only in the second leg. It was the last few moments, the last few minutes, that I think it was Juric managed to get the goals. So how was what happened there? What was the difference? Firstly, let's go with Tampines, because they were, as you said, the best Singaporean side at the moment. They're top of the S League, and they should really win the S League. How was it facing against them, Alexander Juric, and what was the motivation for the team?
Against Tampines, we were actually very worried about how they would play us. We prepared a lot on how to control Juric. So basically, we had the mindset that we have to be cautious because we're facing a very good team. With Gombak, on the other hand, we came in pretty confident because we watched their game. While we were watching, we were like talking among ourselves, like we can beat this team. Maybe other club teams in the UFL can also beat this team. So there, we were very confident. But the first few minutes of that game against Gombak, we conceded 2 early goals. And
7th and 11th minutes.
Yeah, it was very difficult to recover from that. I
So
think
whose fault was that? I'm joking.
It's the team's fault. But yeah, I think defensively we were in shambles. The goals we conceded were our faults. We didn't cover very well. So there, I think maybe we came in too confident. There are a lot of factors also. We played at an earlier time as opposed to or what we're used to playing, the time schedule that we're used to playing in Singapore, which was at 7 o'clock. This time we played at 5. So it was quite hot. So I guess those factors could have contributed.
Did you guys play at a different stadium this time? Or
The same.
Okay, so what does this mean for Philippine football particularly? I mean, it's the first time that a Philippine team has entered the Singapore Cup, and you guys obviously did really well to make the semi-finals. Next season, you said there's another invitation back then. So how do you want to? What were your expectations for next year? And also, what does that mean for Philippine football?
I think with the team qualifying in the semi-finals, it's a very good achievement for the country. And then for next year, of course, we're looking to better our result for this campaign. Hopefully qualify for the finals. But of course, we have to take everything into perspective. We have to check on on the aspects of the game that we need to really work on and improve on. And of course, before we can aim for a better campaign next season in the in the SG Cup, we have to like take the crown in the UFL. So I think that's the main priority as of now.
And for finishing fourth, you guys got, I think it was 10,000 Singapore dollars, right? How many Tiger beers did that go on?
It wasn't spent. The money is still intact. I think it's going to some foundation or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know a great foundation.
I kind of saw that coming.
That's really nice. It's great of Loyola to do that. You're you also have your academy and you're teaching a lot of kids. That's really good.
I'm presuming.
Oh, I see. And for those who don't know, Singapore is really expensive for beer for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like $8 Singapore, $9 Singapore a beer. It's ridiculous. Worst thing about Singapore. But aside from that, it's nice. So congratulations for that, Coach Anto. Congratulations to Loyola. And how does that, do you think, mean for, because Tampines Rovers, they actually lost in the final to the Singapore Armed Forces. They lost 2-1 and their goal was actually only an own goal, which was a bit of a surprise because the Armed Forces was 7th in the league. It's literally mid-table. So it was a bit of a surprise in the final result, and it means that the Armed Forces and Tampines will make the Champions League for the Asian Champions League for the 2013 edition. How much of a big deal would that be for Philippine football to get a qualifying spot in that competition, do you think?
In Champions League?
In the AFC Champions League.
It would be a very good achievement. It would be, of course, it would be a milestone. And I think how the UFL clubs are doing right now, how we're starting to professionalize teams, how the league is improving organization management-wise. I think it's a real practical target to aim for that spot in the Champions League, and it's doable. I think it's very doable.
I'd love to see that happen.
You mentioned earlier that you guys got another invite for next year, but you guys qualified for this one through ending at the top of the table during the first round, of last season's league. Ibig sabihin ba nun, for next year, apart from the invite that you got, assuming that you guys do not top the table in the first round, is there gonna be another Philippine team from the UFL
I'm not
joining?
sure about that, because in this particular campaign, in this particular cup, they invited only one team from different countries, like from Myanmar, from Cambodia, so one team per country.
I think also.
So I'm not so sure how they're gonna do it next campaign.
We'll find that out later on. So when we find out, we'll obviously let you guys know at home. To follow us to find out more about the Singapore Cup, UFL updates, and everything about football in the Philippines. Follow us at FTW Sports.